Hello my friends, welcome back to another video. Before we get started today, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has watched my previous two videos, and the love and support from people I know and don't know has been really great, and it means a lot. So thank you for checking out the videos.
Shut up, bitch!
I don't blame you for checking me out. I look great from behind. At least that's what my old scout leader used to say. But today I will be talking about Blumhouse's latest bit of slop, Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
It's very important you fully prepare yourselves for what you're about to see. No sudden moves. No loud noises.
Hey, Butterfly. It's Mom and Dad.
Yeah, we are here.
More like Lee Cronin's The Dummy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Before we get into the video, I just wanted to say I've tried to record this twice now. First time, I was so wound up by how much I dislike this movie that the video was pretty much unwatchable, so that's great. And then the second time, I forgot to hit record. So just remember, next time you're having a bad day, there's a guy out there who's trying to make funny little YouTube videos who's really battling. Thoughts and prayers would be appreciated. Thank you.
Gladiator mindset for life. The gladiator culture. Funk. Yes. Yeah.
But I digress. Directed by, you guessed it, Lee Cronin. I had to put my investigator's cap on to figure that one out. And starring Jack Rayner.
Protected by the Romeo and Juliet laws.
We dated for a little while. I was a sophomore and he was a senior. It's fine.
Statute 2705-3.
He's here to see a 13-year-old.
And Laia Costa. This is Lee Cronin's new movie. He's just come off the back of doing Evil Dead Rise, a movie that I also did not enjoy that much. So I guess I'm just not a crony. A crony. Lee, if you're seeing this and you haven't used that yet for your fans, I expect a commission. Yeah. When Katie goes missing in Europe.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
When Katie goes missing in Egypt, she's found 8 years later. What should be a lovely family reunion and celebration of her survival turns into something much more sinister. Gave myself the ick doing that, so I can't imagine how you guys feel. I want to start with something positive before we get into the other stuff. I will say when I saw the trailer for this movie at the start of the year, I was genuinely interested and excited in it. The trailers were really good. At least for me, they were really effective and made me interested in the film, so that's all you can ask from a trailer. But I would say that is the last bit of this movie that I really enjoyed. Unfortunately, it was all kind of downhill from there. I'm checking to see if I'm recording because I'm paranoid now.
5 hours later.
We're all good. Keep it rolling. The Mummy definitely tries to inject a bit of that modern horror humor, something we've seen a lot in recent years and can be used really effectively. I think that the line between horror and comedy can be really thin, and when done correctly, they go really well together. They go together better than bananas and rice.
That combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
But unfortunately, in horror movies, when humor isn't used effectively or falls flat, it can really just suck the life out of the room. This movie features a lot of my personal horror pet peeves. One of those things that I really dislike in horror movies is the loud noise jump scare. And in my notes, I literally have written really fucking loud. Because, my God, I don't know if it was the mix or the cinema, but in certain moments in this film, when there's supposed to be like a jump scare, it absolutely blasts you with noise. My God, was it loud. It was like uncomfortably loud. Another thing that this movie does, it leans heavily on gross out, gratuitous horror, but it does it so often that, at least for myself, after like the third or fourth time, I was like, okay, something gross again. It literally just kept going. Almost every scene that was supposed to be scary in this movie featured something that was really gross. And I don't even mean just body horror. I don't want to obviously spoil anything for anyone who would want to see this movie, because I think this does have an audience. But for me, this movie really did feel like it was being like edgy and gross for the sake of being edgy and gross. And for me personally, I don't enjoy that in a horror film. I think something like The Terrifier, for example, is really and truly not up my alley because it's gratuitous and violent and gory for the sake of it. And I just find that a bit cringe. and also a bit worrying. If you enjoy the Terrifier movies, there's got to be something wrong with you, honestly.
You're tacky and I hate you.
I think all of this bothered me so much because the actual idea for this film is pretty cool. I haven't seen a lot of movies lean into like Egyptian horror or mythology or curses before. So when I saw the trailer for The Mummy, I was like, cool, this will be like a really cool fresh take on a possession horror film. But unfortunately, it just did the same thing that we've seen time and time again. But instead of it being just like a demon or something, it's Egyptian. And I'm not saying you have to do something totally original to be a good movie. A lot of really great horror films are things that we've seen before. For example, the movie I kept thinking of during this movie was Bring Her Back.
That's what they say when we're together. And watch how you play.
That is a possession horror film. And I think that did a really good job of injecting something a bit fresh and new into possession horror. It added a bunch of emotional weight where you feel for the characters, including even the antagonist in that film. I think what it does great, the things that we have seen in possession horror films before, it did them really, really well again. I think that can be the difference. If you are doing the same thing that I've seen before, but doing it poorly, that is really hard to sit through. But if you give me something that I've seen before, but you do it really well, it can be a great time. Speaking of Bring Her Back, I do feel like this movie borrows a lot from Bring Her Back and The Exorcist. Unfortunately, where those movies succeeded, this movie fails in almost every way.
Buddy, you're just a cheap fucking knockoff.
I need to calm and just say some things that I liked about this movie. Well, in conclusion, Lee Cronin's The Mummy certainly was not for me. I think if you are a fan of Blumhouse horror films, maybe even enjoyed the last Evil Dead Rise movie, I think this could potentially be for you. Not every movie has to be for everyone, but unfortunately I left the cinema feeling like I had wasted my time, and that doesn't always happen with movies that I dislike. Sometimes I can still get something out of them. This, I would rate it a can I have my time back out of 10. But thank you for watching this video. If it's the first time seeing me and you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I will be posting at least once a week, but hopefully more. So if you would like to see some more content from myself, keep an eye out, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.